Obviously, I think everyone heard that like Accenture has crazy amounts of revenue from AI consulting. I know other consulting companies too as well. And it's probably a good bet for now, but I think it's gonna be really crowded. I think it is like, the sort of, it's an easy play right now because everyone needs AI, but there's also the risk that, yeah, this is like exactly the type of intellectual work that needs, yeah, like you just need intelligence, and what do you get from AI? You get intelligence. So
Yeah.
it feels pretty certain that wouldn't really exist in the same form as today. I think some forms of consulting will definitely exist because it has other advantages of taking in external people into your company, but just implementing AI, yeah, feels both like it will be super crowded. It already is super crowded, and might be replaced and doesn't scale with model capabilities, except like in the short term.
Yeah. And also, correct me if I'm wrong here, I'm not an expert on this, so, but it's not an exponential thing. Like, I think this might be wrong, but like, if you have great ambitions, then every good decision should lead to some kind of exponential. Like, it's never enough to be on a linear path. You have to be an exponential if you're going to get somewhere. And consulting is it that? I guess to some extent you can like find your co-founder at McKinsey or whatever, but it's yeah. What do you
Yeah,
say?
it is. I totally agree. I think one like very simplistic but fun way to say or to mention it is like, okay, so if you're a trader, if you want to make 10x the money, you just press another zero on your trade on how much you want to buy. But if you're a consultant and you want to 10x your money, you need to work 10 times more hours.
Press another zero. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Next, okay, so my turn, I guess. So I'm not doing a PhD, which I think I would definitely, or I was going to do a PhD before I got AGI pilled, and now it feels very strange to commit 5 years or whatever time it takes to anything, because like the world is moving 10 times faster, and then like in the old world, committing to a 50-year endeavor seems crazy, and now I feel like that's as crazy as committing 5 years to something now. So
Yeah.
that's one thing I'm not doing. I also don't think that's an exponential. Going back to that, you well, I've never done it, so I shouldn't say. I should like people talk about like you get research taste and stuff like this. These words they appealed to me. I was like, I want to be a person with research taste. That sounds amazing, but
Yeah.
I don't think those words are they are appealing, but not that appealing. So
And at
that's
this point, I think you probably get them faster if you work with AI research, which now happens in private companies.
yeah, yeah, probably.
So,
Yeah, and it's also like I think when I was at Google for an internship, I spoke to a bunch of like DeepMind people. I was like, I want to be a research scientist at DeepMind or whatever, and they said like, yeah, it's a good idea to make a PhD because you can be a research engineer at DeepMind, but you can't really be a research scientist without a PhD. And I feel like that has changed so much. We have a friend, me and Axel, who dropped out of high school, and he's a research scientist at OpenAI now, or maybe he's a research engineer. But like the titles really don't matter that much anymore. I feel like in
yeah,
in these AI labs.
definitely. Yeah, that's the impression I have as well. It's just your skill, basically,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
your ambition, which is good.
Yes, I think that's the way to go.